5, 4, 3, 2.
Crank it, Jerry.
Welcome to Into the Wild, the official podcast of the Washington Wild Pigs.
What do you hear? What do you say?
It's the best sports podcast in the world. Wait, is that true?
If you're committed enough, you can make any story. I once convinced a woman that I was Kevin Costner, and it worked because I believed it.
Now, here's your host, Kyle Dawson.
Did you get the popcorn?
Back on the Wild Things Baseball Network to put a bow on this one for you. Let's go through the scoring. 4 runs in the top of the first for the Wild Things with 1 out. A triple by Tommy Caulfield. He'd come in on the next batter. Tyreek Reed poked him home through the right side. Made it 1-0. The next batter, Jeff LaCorey, would bounce a ball off the pitcher, Chappell. And Chappell would try to make the play at first base but throw it away up the right field line. That would allow Reed to come in to score and make it 2-0. LaCorey went all the way to the third on the 2-base error. After a ground out by Wagner Lagrange, the next batter was Pavin Parks. He would line a single to center field, an RBI single at that to score Jeff LaCorey. His first Wild Things hit an RBI in his first trip to the plate in the Washington uniform. Made it 3-0. Parks would come around to score a couple batters later on an RBI single by Kyle Edwards that snuck through the left side. That made it 4-0 Washington after the top of the first inning. TR got its only run of the game in the bottom of the first inning. An RBI fielder's choice off the bat of Brandon Hilton would score the leadoff man Mathieu Valet, who singled, went to second on a hit batter of LP Pelletier. They would execute a double steal, which put runners at second and third, and the fielder's choice was a ball to Kyle Edwards. He tried to make a tag on Pelletier, scrambling back to the second base bag and was late to it. That made it 4-1 after 1. Tommy Caulfield launched a 2-run homer to right center field in the second inning, 410 feet off the bat, his 8th of the year, and he got to 40 RBI with that one swing on the season, made it 6-1 Washington. The Wild Things would later add 8 in the 4th inning. A single to start the inning by 3 Hillier, followed by a base hit by Ben Watson. A walk to Tommy Caulfield loaded the bases for Tyreek Reed, who would punch a 2-run single to right center field. The next batter, Jeff LaCorey, hit an RBI single. A few batters later, Pavin Parks, an RBI double. The next batter, Ethan Wilder, an RBI fielder's choice. And then later in the inning, a 3-run bases-clearing double by Ben Watson made it an 8-run, 8-hit frame for Washington in the 4th inning. And that would make it 14-1 in favor of Washington. After that, they'd add 3 in the 9th inning on the 3 Hillier 3-run home run. His first professional homer made it 17-1, which is the final score tonight. The final line totals in the game for Washington is 17 runs on a tied for a season-high 22 hits, no errors, and Washington left 6 on base. For the Trois-Rivieres, 1 run on 4 hits, 2 errors, and 5 left aboard. The winning pitcher in this game is the starter, Jordan DiValerio. He's back in the win column and at 9-4 on the season. The loser is the starter, Chappell, for Trois-Rivieres, and he falls to 3-3 on the season. There is no save. Time of the game registers at 2 hours and 52 minutes, and it was played in front of an announced attendance of 1,201 here at Stade Kiarama. The loss for TR makes them 32-46. Washington decreases its playoff magic number to 13 with a victory by 16 runs, the final score. And the Wild Things are now 46-33. One more look at the out-of-town scoreboard, then we'll get out of your hair for the evening. Washington, 17 runs to 1 for TR. Quebec, a 2-1 walk-off winner over New Jersey. Anthony Quirion, a walk-off home run in the 9th inning. Gateway, 8-2 over Lake Erie. That lead is in the top of the 7th inning at Arsenal BG Ballpark in Sauget. The Slammers Stadium score is 5-4. Joliet leads Windy City in the top of the 9th inning. That's closing in on a final. Mississippi wins against Evansville 4-3 at Trustmark Park. Ottawa blanks Florence 1-0. Tri-City in the top of the 9th inning with an 8-4 lead at New York. And Schaumburg a 7-3 winner over Sussex County, along with Brockton a 4-1 victor over Down East this evening. That is the out-of-town scoreboard, and we'll tell you all about what it means tomorrow. When we come on the air, same time, same place, 6:50 p.m. for the 7:05 first pitch, the middle game of the series for the TR Igla and the Washington Wild Things. Tomorrow, in the middle game of the series, Washington will send Reggie Grace to the mound. He is 2-1 with a 3.40 ERA. He'll oppose Jose Ramirez, a righty for TR, who is 4-5 with a 6.14 earned run average in 2025. That and more coming your way. Follow our social platforms for the highlights tonight for what you may have missed throughout the course of the game. If you didn't miss anything, good for you. And thanks for joining us on the Wild Things Baseball Network, presented by Rocco's Rolls, sponsored in part by the Pennsylvania Lottery, by Sonic, by Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, by Baker's Waterproofing, which is now Groundworks, and by Victory Toyota Highlands. Kyle Dawson saying so long from up north. We'll chat with you on the flip side from Stad Kiarama. Okay, bye. Weeks ago, 0-1 pause. Here's the pitch. Reed bounces it at the right side and through for a base hit. Washington has the game's first run as Reed picks up RBI number 57, knocks home Caulfield from third. It's 1-0. 3 games of the Gateway Series at home this weekend. LaCorey ground ball back off the pitcher. Chappell will field throw to first base. It gets wide and rolls up the right field line. That's going to allow Tyreek to go to third, LaCorey to second, Reed being waved around. The throw home is late there, and it's going to end up a 2-base error by Chappell, which will allow a second Washington run to score. It's 2-0, and LaCorey all the way to third. And what would Chake on Sunday? 0-1, cracked out on a line towards center field. That's going to get down for a base hit, and Parks scores LaCorey from third base. It's 3-0 Washington. An immediate impact by Parks. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Edwards. Here's the pitch from Chappell. Ground ball at the left side. Tough play, and that's going to get underneath the glove of Garcia, and that's going to bring in Parks from second base. Wilder will go to third. See how it's scored. It's a tough play for the third baseman, Garcia, going to his left. Maybe Washington's 6th hit of the inning. It is. It's an RBI single for Kyle Edwards. Base edge of the rubber comes home. Fastball sharply hit at shortstop. Edwards catches on the line and goes to second for 2. That'll make up for it. From Chappell. Does not even glance back at second, and Caulfield puts it on a tear out to right center field. Outfielders will watch this one go, no doubt about it. Tommy Caulfield swings at the first pitch again. He's now got the toughest 2 legs of the cycle. On the first 2 pitches he's seen, the 2-run long ball is his 8th of the year. It is 6-0 Washington. 6-1 rather. That ball off the bat at 103, middle, 410. It traveled. Pitch is cut on and missed. DiValerio has his first punch out. 1 away in the second. Goliet has dropped 6 in a row. 0-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. DiValerio's got his second punch out of the inning and of the game. No balls and 2 strikes. Sign from Hillier. Wind by DiValerio, the 0-2. Swung on and missed over top of it. Third strikeout for DiValerio in the bottom half of the order. And there we go back to the top with 1 out. Defending champions that you're going to visit this weekend. Reed, line drive, right center field for a hit. Going to easily score the runner from third, Hillier. Watson's around third to score, and Caulfield goes to third. It's a 2-run single for Tyreek Reed, and Washington's lead is 8-1. Here's the pitch. LaCorey grounds it through the right side, base hit. Reed had to duck out of the way of it before it bounced, before it hit the cut of the grass. And LaCorey has an RBI single once again. Well, that's actually his first RBI, but it'll bring home the run. Pitch from Chappell. Parks lines it at second and over the head of the second baseman. Curbelo into right center, base hit. Around third to score is Jeff LaCorey. Headed to third is LaGrange, and Parks into second. How about this start for Pavin Parks? A bullet off the bat at 104. It's 10-1. Stop. Throw's going to go to third base. This is going to score a run. Parks is caught between trying to get back to the bag at second and tagged out. Should go 6-4 on the fielder's choice, but an RBI for Wilder going to make it 11-1. 1-1. Watson, line drive, left center field for a hit. They continue to pour it on. That'll roll all the way to the wall, and it's going to be a bases clearing double for Ben Watson. It is 14-1. DiValerio winds to Curbelo. Fastball called strike 3. 4 strikeouts and 10 in a row set down for DiValerio. First 2 in the second, 8 in the fourth. Swing and a miss by Garcia. 12 in a row for DiValerio. His 5th punch out for the first out of the 5th by DiValerio, and 0-2 to Hilton. Swing and a miss. Strikeout for Jordan is number 6. Was traded over to Schaumburg along with Caleb Rydell. Swing and a miss by Negrete for a strikeout, and Jordan has his 7th punch out tonight. 1 away in the 7th. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Diaz picks up a strikeout. Montez's inning no matter what. Hillier cranks it out toward right field. A look for the right fielder. 3 Hillier has his first professional home run. Hillier smokes it to right. An estimated 380 feet and off the bat at 99. The home run makes it 17-1 Washington. 8 guys with a run batted in at minimum. 1-2. Called strike 3 ball game. Washington takes the opener 17-1 as Coles punches out Garcia to finish it off.